Greetings, the internet. You're listening to Ask the Oz Brothers. This is Phil and Max Oz. This is the podcast where we read your letters for the first time. We may not always agree, but that's life, and it's your life we're trying to make better. So please send in your letters and let us help.
G'day to the internet. My name is Max, and I think we should kick it off with the first letter. What do you reckon, Phil?
Sounds great, Max.
All right, here we go. First letter. My wife and I have a 45-year-old nephew who married 2 years ago. Before that, he was engaged to a woman I'll call Anita for 2 years. We assumed the reason for their breakup was that she wanted children and he did not. Last year, we attended Anita's wedding as we are still friendly with her. All right, so they're friendly with her. The son broke up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right. Our nephew was and still is furious with us for going. He claims only 5% of people attend one's ex's wedding. Where on earth did that statistic come from?
I wonder whether it's correct. It's certainly seems something that's just been plucked out of the air a little bit, but yeah, there you go.
He says we should have been loyal to him and abstain because Anita was a vicious, lying rumour monger? One word there. Yeah. He still emails and calls us, ranting and raving to the point that we might lose the relationship with him forever. Jeez, he sounds a bit annoyed. We feel we did nothing wrong and we're not obligated to get his permission to attend that wedding. What do you think? All right.
Wow, that's a pickle.
Well, a tangled pickle, maybe.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's a bit of a smack in the head, isn't it?
I would think that the best thing for them to do is follow their gut. I'm a big believer in what your gut instinct is right. If he's ranting and raving and all that sort of nonsense, you know what I mean? You don't want that in your life anyway. So if you really want to go to the wedding, go to the wedding. Go to the wedding, yeah.
Well, the fact is that you don't need anyone's permission to go to a wedding. I mean, we weren't put on this earth to make other people happy.
Yes.
You just do what you think is right, even if you know that someone is going to be not so happy with you. It's a case of choosing your battles and stuff, you know. So you've got to think practically. If I go to the wedding, there's the benefit of the wedding and I'll have a good night, but the cost is other people are going to be annoyed at me or upset. But in a way, if you do go to the wedding, you're sending the message out that it's your life and you're independent and you're not letting someone push you around, basically. Because if you let someone push you around, you're sending out a signal that they can do it again.
Good point.
So I would say, sure. I would say for sure go to the wedding. You don't need anyone's permission.
And also, I mean, goodness me, if he's ranting and raving, he can be a little bit more civil about it. I don't think he should go, but he should also respect that person's choice to go to the wedding.
That's right.
You know, it's just you got to go with the common sense thing. I think they should just go and be true to themselves.
Yes, I agree with you. And there's also the thought that if you do something that someone has ordered you to do or not to do, then it breeds resentment, and that's not a good thing either. So
I agree.
Okay, Phil, you want to read out the next one?
Absolutely. I have been married for 30 years. I still work full-time, and my husband is now retired. We have had issues during most of our marriage, mainly concerning his not getting enough sex. I'd say that's quite a common problem. Do you think, Max?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. A couple of times.
From what I hear.
A couple of times a week isn't sufficient. In the past, he looked...
Oh, hang on. Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
Or is that what she's saying?
That's what she's saying.
Oh, she's saying that. Okay.
No. Sorry, he's saying that. No, she.
Oh, okay.
She's quoting.
Right.
She's quoting him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In the past, he looked at porn a lot. He likes to take pictures of me that he stores on his phone, wants me to wear seductive clothing when we go out, and the demands that I send him naked pictures of myself from work. Goodness me. It makes me very uncomfortable, but he gets angry when I don't play his game. Okay, he tells me often...
When someone's angry, it's not sexy.
It's a good call. He tells me often that I am no fun. When he gets angry, he says I am not sexy enough, too fat, not smart enough, etc. Wow, goodness me. Yes, we have gone to marriage counselling in the past, and I have gone to counselling alone. I've tried to learn to cope with living with him because I really don't want a divorce and destroy our family unit. We have 3 grown children, and in the past he bullied our son for not being the best sports player he could be, even though he excelled. I would like to retire soon, but now I wonder if he expects me to be his entertainment once I do. He has no hobbies. Do you have any advice? Plaything in Texas. Wow.
Yeah, g'day, Plaything.
Yeah. Wow. Max, I would give this letter a wide berth.
I'm still it's still percolating in my head, and there's no coffee coming out at this stage. But my immediate impression is that this woman is starting to feel like she's a device to
good call
entertain him, basically.
Good call.
And I mean, that can be fine in the bedroom. You know, he demands pictures of her at work, and then he doesn't get what he wants, and she's fat and all this sort of stuff. I mean, isn't that what toddlers do? Toddlers say, I hate you, mummy.
Yeah, because you're fat.
I'm going to throw everything, I'm going to throw the lollipop out of the pram.
Yeah, it's very childish, isn't it? It's very childish.
I'm seeing a little kid who's spoilt or entitled.
Yeah.
And being angry and entitled and spoilt, how is that sexy? It's not. You know, the flame gets snuffed out. You know, imagine you were someone and they get really angry at you and they say, come on, be sexy, be sexy. How is it going to make you, how's it going to push buttons for you? It's not. Well, it will, but not the right buttons.
I think he's been more than unreasonable. I mean, it looks like they're near retirement age. Twice a week isn't too bad. Right. I think it's pretty healthy if that's happening. But, like, I think the person that needs to see the counsellor is not necessarily our friend Plaything. I think it's the husband of Plaything.
I agree. But the fact that they're seeing the counsellor separately, that doesn't bode well, does it? No,
it doesn't go well. She needs to put it to him. I think you're the one that's being unreasonable, and you should be seeing a counsellor. There comes a risk with that. You know, she doesn't want a divorce and all that sort of thing. But, like, wow, it's a big problem to solve. Hopefully we put some suggestions out there that may help her, but it's a tough one. But Plaything, you need to kind of read Mr. Plaything the Riot Act and say it's not good enough.
Oh, God. Yeah, right. Well, I suppose the most extreme way of solving this problem would be to instigate divorce proceedings. Now, Phil and I can't say, oh, yeah, you should get a divorce or you shouldn't. Well, what we can do is put to you the idea of you weighing up the pros and the cons. If I get a divorce, that's good, but it's bad if I don't.
She needs to list the things. She needs to list the things left and right. If I initiate divorce, what's the positives, what's the negatives, and then look at that and then maybe weigh up after she's done that.
You write a list of all things relevant and you work out the net result. Is it going to be a good thing or a bad thing? And you get the overall view of it. Now, Benjamin Franklin used to use this to solve problems, and that's the way he led his life when it came to big decisions.
Wow. He was a very wise man.
Yeah. He was. Either way, whether you get divorced or you don't get divorced, or you talk to him about it or you don't talk to him about it, you're going to cop it.
Yeah. Plaything's got a tough...
But I don't envy you.
No, not at all. Plaything's got some problems. Yeah, no doubt about it. Hopefully we've given her the advice that she needs.
You're not going to come out of it unscathed. We get it. Well, I'm speaking for you, Phil, but I'm guessing that you get it too. The guy's behaving like a baby, so he doesn't get what he wants. Yeah. So with his lollipop, he smashes down the damn wall, and all his vitriol and bile come out. No, you don't want that.
No.
I mean, life's too complex.
That's right.
It is, you know.
He's got to give some ground on it.
Yeah, and it's not your job to pick up all of his toys.
That's right.
Bringing it up with him. But how do you bring up a problem of someone being a baby to a baby?
It's a tough one, and
it's a bit out there.
Yeah, it is a bit out there. That's a tough one, but I would say, if you wanted my opinion right out there, without any sort of filter going on, I would say, goodness me, give him a flick.
Yeah, I know. I'm wincing at the thought too, but
it's going to be hard.
Part of me says maybe, yeah. But she's saying she wants to keep the family unit together, but